Well, if you love me, help me. All I want is someone to love me.
I will, Emily. Emily, I'll try.
Then I mean forever. Do you hear? Forever and ever.
It's the story of community. It's the story of finding love in the simplicity of the things that we all go through every day, of finding a partner to go through life with, of dealing with the struggle of losing those you love, and really just appreciating the everyday things all the time, as much as we're able to remember that.
What makes this such a classic story is it touches on everything that makes us human. It touches on all the deepest, most human elements of the human story. But in a way that brings us into the mundane elements of life and elevates those mundane moments.
Everyone's unique, everyone's different, and we all have our troubles, and it takes place in this small town where there's not many people, but the connection between this man and this woman and like what they go through, it's just amazing.
This is the third time I have been in a production of Our Town. This one is a bit more unique than the other two. No knocks against the other two at all, but the cast is really strong. This is a very, very strong cast.
I also think, though, that it's a remarkable play that we know really well, but we don't really realize how experimental it is. When it first came out in the 1930s, most plays were done, with realistic sets and everything, and people talked like that, and the story went from point A to point B and just went all the way through. But with a play like Our Town, it's very radical. There's this strange character, the stage manager, who talks to people. Sometimes scenes are broken up. Then there are some flashbacks that happen. Some things are funny. And so Thornton Wilder just uses all of these different kinds of techniques in writing the play. So, but it's so familiar, and it's, such a portrait of family life and small town life that we don't really realize how experimental and avant-garde it was when it first came out.
I think that a lot of people forget that timeliness and timelessness in a show like this, because everybody knows the show Our Town. They know it from doing it in high school or from seeing it at a community theater production. And I think a lot of people see the simple things in a show like this and they think that means that it's a simple show. But it actually, like I said, it has such complex narrative goals that it's trying to fulfill while being really meek about it. It's very content to be a small piece in fixing the human puzzle of appreciating what we have while we're here and really looking at the people that we're surrounded by and calling back to purposes greater than ourselves. And I think that a show like this done with a company like Open Window with their goals are very much one and the same.
Thornton Wilder is constantly reminding us throughout the show that there is something eternal about every human being. And it's a beautiful element of the show, going from daily life to love and marriage and eternity. And he gets us reflecting on those deepest things, from this sort of eternal perspective, or this idea that there's something deeply eternal deep within every human being. And I love that. It's such a beautiful reflection, the way he brings that up in the show. And again, the play is as popular today as it ever has been. And here we are 85 years after it was first written. It's a story that intentionally minimizes the set and the props and all of that. Now, other productions have tried to bring, more setting, more props into the show, but it's best told in its kind of bare bones minimum. And we're doing it very close to the way Thornton Wilder, wished the play to be produced. But because of that, because it minimizes all the spectacle of the theater, set, props, it really requires a very strong cast from everybody to pull it off in an effective way. And we've been blessed to do that. We've been blessed with just incredibly talented cast and crew for this show, from the design elements to the acting. It's powerful and it's profound, and it brings all the profound simplicity of the show to the forefront in a way that's extremely engaging. But you need a really strong, talented cast to pull it off, and we have that. And that's why people should come see it.